So, if you've been keeping up with politics recently, you've probably heard about ghost guns, which are firearms that have lower receivers. That's like this part here of the weapons, 3D printed or made at home. So, these types of weapons don't have a serial number, making them harder to track than a normal gun. You can just file a serial number off, but we're not talking about that today. But in the past, vital metal parts, such as the barrel, trigger assembly, bolt carrier group, still needed to be purchased, which gives the government some control over weapons distribution. However, the advent of stainless steel filament will likely change this. For those of you unfamiliar, normally 3D printer filament looks like this, basically just big plastic ropes. But the BASF Ultrafuse 316L, I'm not sponsored, but you guys can Venmo me if you want, is basically just plastic filament, but instead of plastic, it's metal. So revolutionary. Purportedly, it has a tensile strength of around 561 megapascals. For those of you unfamiliar, a pascal is a measurement of pressure. Basically, it's newtons per meter squared. And megapascal, I believe it's 1,000 pascals. So this is actually superior to cartridge brass and normal brass, meaning that you can use it for bullet casings and tips. In the past, PLA and other filaments, the plastic filaments, they don't have the necessary tensile strength to control the gunpowder reaction. For those unfamiliar, basically we have the tip of the bullet, we have the casing, and we have the gunpowder in here. Basically, the gunpowder gets ignited, which creates an explosion shooting the bullet forward. And this puts a lot of pressure on the casing. You don't want the casing to explode because that's going to damage the firearm, and the bullet won't go out at the best speed. So this means you want to make your casing out of metal or another high-strength material. In terms of the bullet tips, PLA plastic is not lethal. Plastic bullets are used in less than lethal capacities by law enforcement, but metal bullets are. Steel has major overpenetration problems, but it's not gonna be fun. And you can mitigate the overpenetration by making a metal steel base and putting a plastic tip on it. That's actually a manufacturing technique used by major companies. So, putting everything together, the advent of steel filament will allow people to manufacture weapons parts and manufacture their own ammunition, except for the actual gunpowder, though if you know some chemistry, you'll probably be able to do it. That's not my specialty. This presents a problem from a gun control standpoint because anyone with a functioning printer and steel filament can download STL files and assemble a weapon. I do not support or oppose gun control. I don't have opinions. I'm simply making an informative video. Don't hurt me. I have a family.